I'm in Salad and I saw Basic Instinct. It is directed by Paul Verhoeven, written by Joe Esterhaas. And if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. This is requested by a Patreon. If you'd like that fast track movie review, you can do that at patreon.com/ASEPresents on with a review. This movie starts and we're following Nick. He's a guy, he's a detective man. He goes burr on the detective skills, but for real though, he's doing a case. There's a lady who does a little stabberoonie with the ice pick. Man, that sounds a little bit painful. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to your victims, man, unless you like really hated them or something? I don't get it. I don't get why the person would do this, but it's a lady. We gotta figure out who the lady is. And so pretty much the rest of the movie is some big old cat and mouse chase between, oh, I feel like I'm really close to figuring out who the guy is, who the person who done did the dirty deed is. I wonder who they could possibly be. You know, fun stuff like that. It's getting real close and then bam. Switcheroo. It's switcheroony time, actually. You don't have the right guy, actually. It was somebody else. That person was murdered. Another person's murdered. The clue is left. We have the police be like, what is happening? The police are losing their mind because they're not able to find who done did the dirty deed. So we got Nick, right? He's a big head detective man. And then we have him seeing a psychiatrist. Her name is Beth. And a psychiatrist be like, yo, what's up, dog? And he's like, ah, man, I don't know. There's this chick, her name's Catherine. You know, I like her. She's cool, whatever. She's actually being all nice and innocent and cool to me. And I actually like her and all that fun jazz. And it's like, I'm just thinking, dude, don't attach yourself to her, dude. You're going to get got. She's going to get you. I already have bad vibes about this chick already. I don't think she's going to be doing a good job in the future. Good job of living, good job of life, good job at, I don't know, having you kept alive. I think she's the murderer. The movie confirms it a little bit later. Well, not confirms it. Technically, it confirms it for me. Like, she does all this weird sussy behavior, saying stuff such as, oh, yeah, I was a victim of a murder. I remember a time where I was affected so greatly. I'm so sad. And then Nick just eats it up. And I'm like, man, you're being played by this chick, dog. Dude. And you just feel the need to get closer and closer and closer to her until, oh, you guys did a bust. You guys figured out who done did the murderer. But actually, this chick's got like an ice pick underneath the bed, so she's gonna get you. So this movie is whatever, I guess. I feel like this movie's an excuse to watch porn on movies. Go to Friday night. Friday night time. It's Friday night. You're at a movie theater. You're like, oh man, Basic Instinct is in theaters, 1992, and porn isn't available readily. How about we go to the theater? Oh, it's a cool thriller, but there's a lot of sex in it too. And oh my goodness, at least a third of this movie is just characters hooking up. I mean, they say things to each other that are like pertinent to all the details of how the killer is able to get away with all this fun jazz and all the microtransactions and whatever the heck. But like, bro, why does the killer gotta be like this? Why? It's so snaky, so slimy. This being just really good at covering their tracks. Like, I'm actually quite, what's the word? I'm quite impressed. I'm very impressed by the killer's ability to get away with it. And then, wow, who could have known it was Catherine? Catherine's making a novel, and she's doing a nice, classic, easy to see through ego play, saying, oh, I'm writing you as a lead lead character in my book, Nick. And then Nick's like, oh, that's pretty interesting. How fascinating. Sign me up. Let me hang out with you. And then they get closer and closer. And then Catherine is able to get him into bed. And that's dangerous. Don't let the women get you into bed, or else they might stab you with an ice pick. This is actually a moral tale that you should take 110% seriously. If you don't take this moral tale 110% seriously, then you're gonna get got by all the chicks with them ice picks out there, dude. You're gonna get got and you're gonna become victim just like all these other guys did in this movie. I like the performances. They're alright. I enjoy them. I like the intensity of the performances. I feel like there's 85% intensity. I'm like, okay, cool. And I do like the performances. I guess it's not technically called performance if it's two characters interacting with each other. I like their dynamic. It go good. It's nice. The action is fun. I like the pacing. I do think, even though this movie is an excuse to watch porn in theaters, this movie has a good writing method to allowing this. I'm like, okay, this is part of the plot. There's a serial killer who's murdering men while they have sex. And that's just a thing that happens. And in order to figure out who's done doing it, you gotta have a lot of sex with people. So of course, I like how that's written in the movie. Otherwise, it's fun. Would I watch this again? I don't think so. It's alright. I liked it. It was a fun time. It was enjoyable. So I gotta give this movie a solid 7 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. The platform really likes it. If you want a fast track movie review, you can do that for $20 Redinos at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you like to help support the daily grindiness of all the daily movie reviews, go to this link tree. Find the way you can help support the daily grind of all the daily movie reviews so you're here. And until next time, mint salad saw. I'll see you later, my sad crew tots and bacon bits. Woo. Alright, goodbye now. Woo. That was a cliff. Oh, this is a cliff. I'm gonna go down it. Oh, no, I'm falling.